It's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna put you on backstage.
Okay.
Oops. Hello, everyone. Right, so the first 5 minutes, we're just gonna wait for everybody to join us on the webinar today. So you've got 5 more minutes to enter the webinar, guys. Everyone that watching this live stream, can I please ask you to do us a favor? Can you please share this live stream so everyone can get in and we can start earlier? Hello. So just to repeat myself, guys, the live stream is going to be broadcasting from 012 VN, 012 Global Arab, 012 Thailand, 012 Global Center, and another Vietnamese page called Học Bổng, Du học định cư Anh. So if you can just please share this live stream so everyone can join us, that'd be great. Thank you. Can we get more people in, please? Thank you. I'm so excited to tell you about it as well. Five more minutes for people that would like to join us today on the webinar, guys. Hello, Stephanie. Again, guys, can you please share and like this live stream so more people are aware of us and we can actually start earlier? Can we get this number up to 20, please? We've got 14 people watching. Hello. Can we try to get it up to 20 people watching, please? Two more minutes, guys. For those of you that are already watching, you can start writing your questions for us if you do have any, right at the start, right now. And again, the 5 pages that we're going to be live streaming from are 012 VN, 012 Global Arab, 012 Thailand, 012 Global Center, and Scholarship and Study Abroad in the UK, a Vietnamese page. Just over a minute and then we will start. We've got 16 people watching. Thank you very much. Hello to all of you. Do feel free to drop us a hi or hello if if you're keen enough. But if you're shy, I totally understand. One last minute before we start, guys. Once again, if I can just get you guys to like and share this live stream so we can get more people to join us today, get their answers for studying in the UK, especially with those of you that are interested in applying to some of the top ranked university which belong to the Russell Group. Right, I think I'm gonna make a start now. So my name is Ivy and I am in charge of the education department here at 012 Global. As you are or may not have heard of, 012 was known before as Sky9. We are a company specialized in study abroad, in legal advice, soliciting, mortgage, and real estate. So with more than 10 years of experience and successfully landing more than 11,000 students into different English-speaking countries, we are delighted to invite to our live stream today a representative from Into, a group that work with over 20 universities in the UK and the US, some of which belong to the Russell Group, which is the dreamland of so many international students. So Inesa, if you don't mind, I can get you to introduce yourself a little bit.
Hi, Ivy. Well, first of all, thank you very much for everyone joining this live session today. And I'd like to give a thanks to Ivy, to you as well, for organizing it and inviting me to join. So my name is Inesa. I'm the recruitment manager at Into University Partnerships. I have been recruiting international students for the past 7 years. And in fact, I was an international student myself here in the UK a few years back. I've done my degree here. So I do have first-hand experience of studying abroad, of being a student and moving countries, doing a degree in another language away from my family. So I'm really happy to speak to you here today and share my experience.
So due to the restricted length of time that we have for today, we will try answer all of your questions on a first-come, first-served basis. So if any of you that are watching this and already have some questions for us, please feel free to drop them in the comments box right away. Otherwise, we will be making a start with the question that we got prior to the event. Once again, I'm going to repeat myself on the pages that we're going to be live streaming from today, which are 012VN, 012 Global Era, 012 Thailand, 012 Global Center, and Scholarship, Study Abroad, and Settlement in the UK, a Vietnamese page. So just a quick note as well as you guys, apart from our regular online webinar, almost every single day that the company is providing at the moment, we do have 2 YouTube channels which provide over 150 videos on different topics, accounting, mortgage, soliciting, or study abroad related. Please feel free to head over there if you missed any of our live session and or would like to find out more about the UK. And if all things are in place, we shall make a start now. So Inesa, for those of them that are not aware of, could you please tell me a little bit about your workplace, Into, and what university is Into representing?
Okay, of course. So I'm going to start with a bit of overview about Into and who we are and what we do. So Into is a network of universities in the UK and in the US. We work in partnership with those universities to help international students get access to education abroad. So we support applications from international students for undergraduate and graduate programs. And we also work with universities to create unique preparation programs designed for those students who haven't yet met the direct entry requirements for those universities. So our undergraduate and graduate pathway programs are designed to support international students to improve their English language level and also develop subject-specific knowledge. And we also support students to ensure that they are able to comfortably settle into the life in a new country and that they're ready to succeed in the university degree choice. So we do have a wide range of courses that we offer on our campuses. This range from academic English, general English, foundation, international year 1 and pre-masters and graduate diploma, and obviously direct entry to undergraduate and postgraduate degrees as well. We have 11 universities in the UK that we partner with, and we also have 2 multiple choice centers in Manchester and in London. So our universities are located in one of the most popular student cities in the world. And Ivy earlier mentioned that we work with Russell Group universities. These are research-intense universities that are prestigious in the UK. And we actually work with 4 Russell Group universities. This includes University of Exeter. They're ranked 11th in the UK. Newcastle University, they're ranked 22nd. Queen's University Belfast in Northern Ireland, they're 37th in the UK. And finally, I'm sure you all heard about the University of Manchester. They're ranked 6th in the UK and 27th in the world. This is also one of the largest universities in the UK and one of the most popular. So we also have universities in Scotland, Stirling University and Glasgow Caledonian University. Then moving on to London, we have Newcastle University London campus, which specifically offers degrees in business-related fields to take advantage of the central London location and the financial district. That's where they're based. I'm sure you've heard about City University of London and their CAS Business School. It's a well-known and prestigious business school in central London. They're ranked 2nd in London and 4th in the UK. It's also a really popular choice between students who are looking to study business. Finally, into London World Education Centre, it's our choice centre. So students completing their studies, foundation or international year 1, they can progress to over 100 universities in the UK. In Manchester, apart from the University of Manchester, we also work with Manchester Metropolitan University. It's also a large and popular university with international students. And finally, our first ever partner is University of East Anglia, located in Norwich. And what's special about East Anglia is that apart from all the usual courses we offer, which is Foundation, International Year 1, and so on, they also offer A-levels, and these are standard 2-year A-levels, running on the campus of the university, where our students have access to all the university facilities as an international or a university student. We also offer A-level courses in medicine, and a lot of our students were able to progress to top-ranked medical schools in the UK. So I think this was a general overview about INTO and about our partner universities, and I'm happy to take any questions later.
Awesome, actually. Thank you for that. So, you know, the fact that we're doing this live stream now today is partly because we're under the circumstance of COVID and coronavirus as well. So, you know, when it comes to applying to university in another country, students are now hesitating. They're not too sure of, you know, whether or not to make the decision, do the application and go forward with it. So, you know, when it comes to INTO, what sort of the long and short-term plan that you guys have for students?
Okay, Ivy, this is a very good question. And in fact, of course, we do understand that the COVID-19 situation created uncertainty amongst all the students, and particularly those ones that need to travel from outside the UK to take up their place at one of our study centers. And right now, our current students, so all our UK centers, they have transitioned into the virtual learning, and our current students are being taught online, but they're being taught by the same teachers as before. So students are still able to progress to their study plan, to their chosen university degree course, as long as they meet progression criteria. So nothing's changed in terms of progression or anything like that. And in terms of the future courses, so let's start with the summer, for example. In the summer, we usually offer our English language courses, which would include academic English or pre-sessional English. So let's say academic English is normally designed for those students who haven't met the requirements, English language requirements, for either direct entry or for any of our pathway programs. So during the summer, we will still be offering those English language courses. They will be running online. This would include a mixture of live lessons mixed with the pre-recording materials. So we will make sure that students get the best education possible. For September intake, it really depends on, of course, how things go. Things change every day, but you know, we will be offering face-to-face as usual, but we will also be offering online options to students as well. So right now we are accepting applications as normal, so the application process hasn't changed. But if students are unable to travel to the UK, or they're unable to get their visa on time, to start face-to-face, they will be able to start their course online and do their studies online. And they can also transfer to the campus or to the study center once the face-to-face teaching resumes. So in terms of our online pathway offerings, the students will be taught by the same teachers to the same high quality standard as before, and they will literally have the same learning outcomes and the same progression outcomes as well. We also designed the virtual learning environment for our students, where they will be able to connect with each other, meet and talk about the course. They will also be getting support from the personal tutors, because that's what we offer, a one-to-one support at least once a week with our tutors. We also have progression team supporting students with their progression to university, so just as if they were on a campus. So obviously our first and top priority is the well-being and the health of our students, but we also look at the quality of education, and we always try to provide the best for our students. So to kind of sum up, what we offer is we offer a triple promise to students at the moment. So they can join online if they cannot travel to a face-to-face option. They can defer the start date of the course. So if they're not able to join face-to-face online, they're welcome to defer for no extra fee. And finally, if something goes wrong, and the student sometimes might need to cancel the course, so we will offer a full refund. So that's more or less an overview of our plans for September.
That's amazing, but you know, at least we've got something going on for our students. I've got a question here, which is quite popular among our international students as well. So I'm just going to pop it quickly on screen for you to see. So this student is asking, the name is too long, I can't actually pronounce, so you know, I take my apologies for that. So he asked, could you suggest any university in London that have a placement year for a master degree? And I think I'm just going to quickly ask if there's any university that you're sort of like working with that you know do offer a placement year, not just for master's degree, but you know, in general for degrees as well.
Okay, that is a very good question, because nowadays it's really important to have experience. So when you apply to any kind of job, your employer would definitely want you to have some sort of work experience that you can show on your CV. So taking a placement here during your university course is actually an amazing option. And in terms of the universities that do placement years, most of the universities at the moment will offer sort of programs with a placement year. And one of the first ones that comes to my head is Newcastle University London campus. They are based in a central London location to, as I mentioned before, to kind of take advantage of the financial district area, and they offer business-related degrees. So they offer placement years to students, because we have links with the local businesses as well. So that could be one of the options.
So I think I'm gonna try now. Anna, I hope that answers your question. So we've got another question, if you don't mind answering, actually, Inesa. So I think is IELTS requirement related, and it's from Tiffany. So what is the lowest IELTS requirement to get into the degree? What have you got?
Okay, that is a very good question. So to get into the Russell Group University, I can actually check the requirements for you. So normally, for our standard free terms options, let's say, as an example, Newcastle University, we would be looking for an IELTS of 5.5. That's for the third term option. For the free terms, we would be looking for an IELTS of 6.0. And let's look at another example. Let's say, apart from Newcastle, we have into University of Exeter. We are looking for an IELTS of minimum 5.5 as well. So generally, this is not only a requirement of INTO. This is also a UKVI requirement for visa purposes, because generally when students need to apply for a visa for a certain level course, they would need to provide an proof of English language level for the visa purposes as well. So generally, the lowest requirement would be a 5.5 in IELTS.
I think I've got another question to pop up in my head that our students usually ask around this time, because some of the IELTS centers are shut at the moment due to lockdown in the in other countries. They can't really take the IELTS test at the moment. In terms of providing another, alternative way for them to prove their level of English, is there another way that they can do that with INTO?
Okay, again, a very good question. And I do understand that a lot of students feel uncertain at the moment about meeting the requirements or meeting the conditions of the offers that, for example, they already have. My best advice would be, I would probably say you need to try and book an IELTS test as soon as it becomes available. Be one of the first ones to book the test. There is still the entire summer, so we have June, July, and August, and the courses do start in September. So there will be 3 months to book the test and take the test and meet the requirements. Obviously, if the students need to apply for a Tier 4 visa at underdegree level, so if they're applying for a foundation or international year 1, they will need to provide an IELTS for UKVI for visa purposes. So at the moment, we're waiting for the guidance from UKVI of any other alternative tests that students could provide to meet those requirements. And as soon as they become available, we will publish them on our INTO Study website. So it will be available for you to see. And yes, so it's just every day we get news and updates from either UKVI or from our partner universities. So as soon as we get any alternative tests, we will make them available on the website. For example, for our academic English courses that are being offered online, we accept a wide range of other tests such as IELTS Indicator, Duolingo, Password Solo. So there are options available to take other tests rather than IELTS.
2 other questions from Stephanie. Thank you. Looking very long. Right, let me just read that out for everyone. So Stephanie is asking, if I apply to do foundation degree and then progression at a certain university, after starting my foundation year, would I to change progression to another university? Is that still possible?
Okay, again, a good question, because I know that sometimes students change their minds and we are not always, feeling up to the things that we wanted a couple of months ago. So it does happen. And in my experience, we had students changing their minds sometimes. But I would say what we offer as a provider, an education provider. So if you take up a foundation course with us, let's say with INTO Newcastle University, and if you complete all the criteria for progression, so you meet the academic grades, the English language grades, the attendance rates as well, so we guarantee that you will progress to your chosen degree course at the host university, which would be, in your case, let's say Newcastle University. Sometimes students choose to progress to other universities, and we had students progressing to other universities. It's just that we cannot guarantee give you the same guarantee as we do for our host university. So we will help you because we have a placement team on the campus. So we will help you with, let's say, your UCAS application, and you will select up to 5 universities in your UCAS choice system. So you can select to progress to other university, but it would not be the same guarantee as if you would progress to the host university. So you just need to be aware of that.
Okay, thank you for your answer. I definitely got another question actually. For students that have been studying in an English-speaking job for several years, I'm assuming they're applying for a master's degree or pre-masters, I should say. Will they still need to take IELTS?
Okay, if you are applying for a master's course, for the direct entry to master's course, so usually universities, sometimes they are able to make their own assessment as well. I would probably say your case would be assessed on a case-by-case basis. So because the standard requirements would require you to provide a proof of English language level, okay, which would be IELTS or TOEFL or PT or anything equivalent. So I would probably start with preparing a good CV and having a reference from perhaps from your employer, giving an overview and as well possibly talking about your English language level. But I would probably say you might have to provide an English language certificate, but it's going to be assessed on a case-by-case basis. So we will look at your experience at your previous degree, at how many years you've been working or studying in English, and then we will make the decision.
I hope that answers your questions, Stephanie. I've got another question from Choi. She asking about internship. I think we can blend that up with the information that Inesa already gave out earlier about the placement for the other student. So Choi, if you do want to ask more about internship, I think I would be happy to answer all of your questions after this. I'm going to go again with, I think she's in return. Tiffany, she got another question. Do I still need to study for human three-sectional English course with 5.5 in IELTS?
Okay. If you have an IELTS of 5.5, you would probably meet the requirements, or at least meet the English language requirements of our international foundation courses, because that's what the general requirements to enter foundation is. It would be an IELTS of 5.5. So if that is your question in relation to, let's say, entering foundation course, then I would say you would probably be fine with an IELTS of 5.5. If, let's say, you're entering direct entry, then normally universities would want a 6 or a 6.5 as well, in which case it might be a good idea to take up a term or two of academic English. I hope that answers your question.
So thank you for that. I think Christina decided to come back with another question, which is also one of our questions that we received prior to the event. So, are there any scholarships available for the university? My student also asking, is there any scholarship available for the student that are accepting their offer right at this moment during this whole circumstance of coronavirus?
Okay, again, very, very good question. And in fact, currently we have an incentive campaign. So where students that are admitted to one of our programs, they will get £1,500 scholarship automatically. The main criteria for that is that students need to accept their offer within 21 days of the offer being issued. And the campaign currently is running until the 11th of June. So there is still, time for last-minute applications. But in terms of our provision for September, we do offer the online options if our face-to-face provision is not going to be possible for some of the students. Online courses will be offered at a discounted rate, yes. And in terms of scholarships, yes, we had a question about scholarships, right? So I'm going to cover kind of a little bit about the scholarships at all our partner universities, because we really have a range of merit-based scholarships, basically based on your academic performance. So we normally award scholarships for the high-performing and talented students. The scholarships could range from 1,000 to up to 50% of tuition fees. And each partner university, they offer their own scholarships to students, and you're welcome to apply for them as soon as you receive an offer letter to study with us. But what more, some of our partner universities, they also offer merit-based scholarships for students who have passed the INTO course and they achieved exceptional grades and exceptional attendance. So we call them progression scholarships. So when you progress to your chosen degree course, you might be qualified for a scholarship as well. So there is quite a few options in terms of scholarships within INTO.
That's quite a lot of information to take in, but I'm happy to send that out to you later on after the live stream. Rosanna, I'm trying again. So Stephanie coming back with another question. He's asking, what is the difference between foundation and international year one?
Okay. Right, I'm happy to cover the difference between foundation and international year one, of course. So as you know, normally students in the UK, they're able to enter the university degree straight after the A-levels. But some students in some countries around the world would not be able to start university degree course straight away after completing high school. They might need to complete an extra year of studies to be able to bridge this gap between high school and university degree. So let's say you have 1 year missing, from entering the degree course directly. So in that case, we offer the International Foundation course. It's usually a 1 academic year long course. It runs for 9 months. So from International Foundation, you will be able to start the first year of your university degree. And university degree in the UK normally lasts for 3 years. So that would be in total 4 years of education. Now, difference with international year one. International year one leads to year 2 at university degree. So you would not extend the duration of your studies in the UK. You would still study for 3 years. It's just that obviously you will need to meet the entry requirements for international year one, which is essentially a replacement of the first year of university, but we provide extra English, extra academic support, and just extra, help for students to settle down in a new country. I hope that answers your question.
Since we haven't got any more software questions coming up on the comment spot, I'm just going to move right back to the question that we have earlier as well. So what would be the percentage of students through INTO that actually got accepted to those universities that belong to the Russia group? Are there any of them that are actually from Vietnam or from Thailand, just Asian students basically?
Okay, great question. Well, I can say that last year we had 83% of our students who passed their pathway. They were eligible to progress to university. So when upon successful completion of their pathway, almost 90% of students, they chose to progress to our partner universities that include 4 of the Russell Group universities I've mentioned earlier. But the quality of the courses that we offer on our campuses, they're also recognized by other world-class universities. And some students chose to progress to other top 100 UK universities, such as King's College, UCL, Durham, Warwick, and Glasgow. So, and within those students, they were, of course, students from Vietnam and from China and from Taiwan. And in fact, we do have students from all over the world progressing to top-ranked UK universities, including Russell Group.
It looks like we haven't. Oh, I've got one. coming back from Tiffany. Thank you, Tiffany. So my friend is in European and I'm holding EU family permit, but both of us had not yet settled yet. How much will the tuition fee be? Do we need to pay international student fees?
Okay, that's interesting question. It really depends, I would say, on where have you been residing for the past 3 years, because I might not be an expert on the distinction between the EU and international fees, but I would probably say we still don't know what the fees will be for EU students. I can see here that you mentioned Brexit. We don't know whether they will be different, they will be higher, or remain the same. So this is something that hasn't really been announced yet. And as soon as it is announced, we will obviously make necessary adjustments. But in terms of our courses that we offer at Into, in terms of pathway courses or English language courses, we charge students the same fees, no matter where they are coming from. So if, let's say, if a foundation was a £16,000 for international student, it would be the same for European student, of course, unless you have some scholarships that have been awarded to you. But in terms of direct entry to university, as I said earlier, it will be announced, we hope soon, so we will be able to, advise students accordingly.
So I hope that answers your question on tuition fee, Tiffany. We seem to have a little bit of a chuckle from Stephanie and Tiffany. It's really hard for me to pronounce the two names. So Stephanie is asking if Into is offering any sort of visa application support.
In fact, we do, yes. I'm not sure if you can actually see behind me, I have an Into banner. And we have here 98% visa success rate. So what it means, basically, students who apply to study with us, 98% of them get their visa successfully. We obviously do help students. Before we issue the CAS, we have a visa support team that will help check to make sure that all the documents for the visa application are in order, that there is nothing missing, and that we are confident that the student has everything prepared to apply for the visa and receive it successfully. And whilst we cannot guarantee, it will be granted because it's a decision for UKVI, but we will do everything we can, and we will do all our best to make sure that we have everything prepared. And then when you go in for your visa application appointment, you have all the documents that have been prepped as well. So yes, hopefully that answers your question as well.
She also got another question on accommodation. Do you also offer help with accommodation?
Yes, we have accommodation available for our Into students. In fact, I might have mentioned earlier, we have our study centers are based on the university campus. So let's say Newcastle University, right? Quite a popular Russell Group university. So our Into Study Center is based on the university campus. So our students who study there, they have access to all the university facilities just as a university student. But what we also do, we also offer accommodation that is also located on the campus. So a student will be offered a few options from different types of accommodation or different types of rooms. So when you apply to study with us, we will ask you whether you would like to book accommodation with us on the campus as well. And if you're under 18, it's going to be compulsory for you. So make sure that we need to make sure that we look after you in a proper way. And if you're over 18, you're more than welcome to try and find your own accommodation, but there will be an option available for you on the campus. Yes.
Very helpful. So I've got another question coming from Choice. She's asking if you are providing any course to help international students to improve their skill. I'm not quite sure what skill she really means, unless you want to answer this question.
I am not sure I also 100% understood the question, but I would just like to mention that this is what we are there for. So to help international students with their English skills, with settling into the new country, with learning the new ways, because I know that traveling from one country to another side of the world, I mean, the life is different in the UK, and the things and people are a little bit different. So we are there, and our student support team is there to help students settle down and, you know, help them answer their questions, help them apply for their, you know, open new bank accounts, get, you know, any sort of support. So if that was your question, then I hope it answers it. Otherwise, you know, just post it again.
I think she did just clarify. So I think she said, I mean, soft skill and when studying the main course. I'm presuming this is more like extracurricular activity sort of thing, or?
We do have a lot of extracurricular activities running for our students on the campus. They have trips, you know, every couple of weeks. We organize events as well, so we make sure that students are able to meet with each other, make friends, and, you know, sort of do activities together. So in terms of extracurricular activities, there are plenty that are running on the campus, yes.
I think that also answers another question that the student just asked as well. And Stephanie actually raised another question. Do I get any discount if I have to start studying the course online?
Yes, it is a very good question. We do, so what we are planning is if the students cannot come face-to-face, we will offer for them to start the course online. And yes, there will be a discount if you opt to study online. And we will announce exactly how much it's going to be. You know, once you apply and have your offer letter, we will work out the discount, yes. So it is going to be cheaper than face-to-face.
Okay, I think that answers all the questions that we have today, and we are actually running towards the very end of the live stream. So I'm going to give that about 1 more minute for more questions. Unless we have any more questions, I'm going to call it here today because I think we can do quite a lot today, and we actually aim for a half an hour sort of live stream today. So just to finish this off, would you have any word, any message that you would like to send to? Oh, we've got another question. Sorry. So we've got students asking, in this situation for COVID-19, should students pay tuition fee by terms or they have to pay in full before the start of the course?
Okay, right. Generally, we do. The requirement is that for the students to pay the full fees before they arrive to join on the campus, before they arrive to join the course. If we're talking about an installment plan, this is something that is possible, but it needs to be approved, and it generally needs to be approved by the center director. But of course, if it's an online course and you will be joining the course online, then we could look into, you know, getting an installment plan. So the general rule is that we do need to have the full payment before you join the course. But if you would like to request an installment plan, feel free to send a request to us, and we will definitely review it.
For that answer. So as I said before, we are running towards the very end of the live webinar. And I just saw a massive jump from having 20, 30 people, and you know, now it is almost 50, 60 people watching just now. So for those of you that enter the webinar quite late, you are more than welcome to head over to our YouTube channel after this live stream to rewatch all the information that was provided by Inesa. So just to wrap this up, would you have any sort of like message to send to our prospective international student as the template intake?
Of course. Well, first of all, Ida, thank you so much for organizing this, and it was my pleasure to participate in this event. And I hope everyone who watches it found it useful. And just a kind of a personal note from me, I would say don't give up, and we are looking forward to meet you on the campus. And I know that the situation at the moment seems difficult with the COVID-19 and everything, but the international education is still there for you, and the high quality courses that we offer are still available for you, even if you take them online. So we are looking forward to see you either face to face or online, and give you the best quality education. So yes, we are looking forward to meet you.
Right, I know it's just a little bit of a cliche, but not stopping our company from providing our service to our students. So I think that it shouldn't be a time where you decide to stop from getting the right education that you always push for. Starting it now rather than starting it next year or the year after is so much better. So we're always here for you guys. Anytime that you have any question education related, just pop it in the page 012 Global, 012 Global Center, 012 Thailand, 012 Global Arab, and we will be there to answer your questions. Please feel free to head over to our new YouTube channel for more than 100 videos on different topics should you want to find out more about life in the UK or any other English-speaking countries. And if we do receive a lot of good feedback for this live stream today, I think Inesa would be even more keen to do another one on the US. Is that right?
Absolutely, yes. Happy to.
Okay, so if that's the case, then I will see you next time for more information on all the university in the US, how to get in, how to prepare yourself, get yourself ready in terms of tuition fee or English requirement. And yeah, so we'll see you next time. All right then. Bye.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.